Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. Elections are back in West Bengal and so is violence. This time the spotlight is on Malda, where a shocking incident has triggered a full-blown political and law and order storm. What began as a protest quickly escalated into a hostage-like situation, forcing central agencies to step in. The NIA is now probing the case even after 7 officials linked to election duties were allegedly surrounded and held for hours in what investigators are calling a planned and coordinated act of intimidation. At the center of this controversy is Mofakkerul Islam, the man authorities describe as the mastermind behind the crisis. What makes this case even more explosive are the visuals. A viral video now circulating widely appears to show the accused openly challenging officials, raising serious questions about the collapse of authority on the ground. Investigators believe this was not spontaneous but a carefully orchestrated mobilization. Sources indicate the crowds were gathered through calls, local coordination and possibly provocative messaging that built up to this flashpoint. The role of an alleged inciting speech is also under the scanner as agencies try to piece together how the situation spiraled so dramatically. The big question is this political protest or outright mob intimidation? Well, once again, with elections around the corner, the spotlight is on the law and order situation in West Bengal. O.P. Rawat, former election commissioner, is joining us live. We also have Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, live with us. Radhika Bhattacharya Shah, BJP spokesperson, is joining us live. Nilanjan Das, TMC supporter, is also joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Rawat, let me begin with you first. What do you make of this incident in West Bengal that has, of course, become now a defining moment in the West Bengal run-up to the elections? How shocking was this incident for you when you first heard of it?
Mr. Singh, actually elections and election time are always like that. The present scenario, the stakeholders like adjudicating judicial officers, NIA and other agencies, for them this ecosystem is totally unknown because they never go into the field at this kind of environment, and therefore they must have got the shock of their life. Local police arrested the person who was mastermind, who was doing all this when he was trying to fly out of Bagdogra. And it has been so quick, means the administration there is running all right, and all the police officers are on deputation to the Election Commission. So I think nobody can blame Election Commission or the police force for any lapse, because they have done their duty, they have arrested the person concerned, and this person was also a politician. He sought election in 2021 as a party nominee.
Yes. Now also, absolutely. And you know, which is why the conspiracy, of course, is very clear and people are now joining the dots, of course. But Mr. Rawat, you know, coming back to, of course, the action taken now. Of course, the Supreme Court had, cracked down on the state government. We heard what happened in that hearing, of course, earlier this week. They've asked for exemplary action. Now, is this action enough that has been taken so far? The NIA probe, of course, has also begun. What would be your expectation from it?
Actually, this is just the beginning. The complete action will take a little more time, and final action will be taken by the judiciary because the matter will go to the court, and they will have the trial, they will have the evidence, and they will sort out the evidence, and then they will penalize the people.
Yes. Now, also, Mr. Rawat, as far as the excuse being given that law and order now is not with the state government, what do you make of that excuse?
Actually, as soon as the notification for elections is out, whole police force, including the Director General of Police, they come on deputation to the Election Commission. They are under the command of Election Commission, and whatever Election Commission wants them to do, they do that. They will arrange for Central Paramilitary Force induction, they will arrange for police observers induction, all those things happen. Even then, the state administration is run by the state government even during elections. So we can always say that state government per se, although the political executive may be busy with the elections, but chief secretary, DG police being on deputation to election commission, it is their duty, and I feel that they are doing their bit.
Yes. Now, Mr. Rawat, what is it also about West Bengal? Why so much violence before polls always in West Bengal? You've been election commissioner yourself. You've overseen polls there. What is it about West Bengal? As soon as polls come, violence also follows.
Actually, it is basically in the contestations involved in the elections. In West Bengal, traditionally, elections have been very, very toughly contested. And you might have known that for continuously 34 years, CPM ruled the state. And then there was a transition from 34 years of CPM to TMC. And even TMC is there for last 15 years. So this is the political background for state of West Bengal. And people are very, very politically enlightened. They participate in everything. They are vocal. They are active. So there is a lot of heat during elections in West Bengal as compared to other states.
Yes, Manasvi Thapar, let me quickly draw you in here as well. Manasvi, what do you make of this incident so far, the action taken, and who at the end of the day the buck will stop at? This is something that cannot be condoned by anyone, but where does the buck stop for why this happened in the first place?
I think it is very sad that these incidents come in light, and it is equally sad that election season is there and these kind of things would happen. But the only question would come to my mind would be, what will happen after the election? Will this probe continue? What will happen after this? I think the major thing which comes to my mind is, in the past, such kind of incidents have also happened wherein ED, CBI, and at times NIA has also acted. But what is the closure ratio to such cases? And nothing happens after that. I think these are just momentary issues. These are the issues to deviate, to create muddas. These are issues to create, and this is like 75 years of independence, and we have seen such kind of incidents happening here and there, and every political party, whoever is in power, use these tactics to motivate issues so that the voters can be motivated, and after that it is a death silent thing for the issue. And I don't feel this is going to go any far than that. I would be the happiest person that after this election also, with the kind of momentum we are debating, after a month also we debate on this topic, and those people who are arrested are booked on charges, and this case is not shut like any other case. So that is where the progress of a democracy would take place. But what happens here is, cases are filed, issues are debated. After election, nothing happens. Either some people who are related to such kind of arrests would join BJP, and that would be a white washing machine for those people. And that has been the conduct. I remember almost 190 people had joined in BJP in the last election. 4% of those people who had joined BJP won the 2021 election. But after that, all those mostly corrupt people, what happened to them? They joined BJP and nothing happened out of it. So I don't believe in the investigation per se, because the past conduct has been so wrong. If had it been the case, all those corrupt people, all those people who have been arrested would have been booked. I would have been the happiest person here debating. But that has not been the conduct. That has not been the outcome. We want such kind of arrests should be booked. We want India to be corruption free. We want such kind of incidents which have happened, like this this where NIA is doing the preliminary inquiry of Malda. There has to be outcome of it. What happens here is, right now, these are just news headlines. These are debatable points. These are vote shifting narratives. But on this violence, what is going to happen next is the major question. Are we going to move forward from this Malda violence, or are we just going to be a Malda violence vote share swing thing we are going to debate on? So this is the only thing which comes to my mind, because the conduct has been this in the last 12 years, and I want to move forward from this. I want all those people who are corrupt, all those people who are violent, all those people who are creating some kind of ruckus in my country should be booked, not just arrested, not just
Yes.
preliminary inquiry reports which go silent. I want to move ahead of this.
Okay. Okay. Let me get in Radhika Bhattacharya Shah now. Radhika Bhattacharya Shah, what do you make of the sequence of events which have emerged before the violence came to light? What does it point towards, Radhika? As far as this entire incident is concerned, the West Bengal government says that, it's not their fault. The law and order is not with them. Otherwise, this would never have happened. Do you buy that argument?
I don't actually. Every election in Bengal now follows a typical and identical pattern. Violence first, democracy later. And Malda is no exception. It is the system. When we expect elections in Bengal, we have to accept this. Violence, blame game, disruption, stone pelting, destruction of public property, etc., etc. The NIA stepping in itself shows that this is not a local law and order issue, but a larger conspiracy angle. People may not agree with me, but when central agencies have to intervene, I believe it reflects a collapse of state policing under political pressure. Mr. Rawat did explain to us what happens when elections take place, how the control on the police forces shifts, etc. But on the ground, the local police are a state force. The so-called mastermind is not just an individual, this person. This points to a network that I would say plans, funds, and also executes violence during elections. Why do such masterminds like this guy feel emboldened in Bengal? That's the question. Why is it that whoever creates mayhem in Bengal believes that he can do it and he can get out of trouble, he can overcome any punishment, and therefore he feels emboldened, encouraged, and he feels strengthened to do whatever he wants because they know political protection exists. And what happened in Malda, I would say, was a sort of a orchestration, a three-stage orchestration. First the local tension, it escalates into, say, sort of organized unrest. It's not spontaneous. It's always timed around, such activities are always timed around, let's say, political activity. And then it escalates. Then you find stone painting. Then you find arson. Then there is intimidation. There's targeted violence, not any sort of a random mob behavior. And then, of course, what is the aftermath? Fear amongst voters. The biggest victim is, of course, will always be the free and fair election. Fear amongst voters, so they don't come out. So they say, oh my God, what if something like this were to happen on the day that we go out to vote? We'd rather be safe, we'd rather look after our own lives. And all this inciting speech that this gentleman made, I'm sorry I called him a gentleman, this bloke made. There are reports of provocative messaging. And of course,
Yes.
mobilizing rhetoric used before the violence.
Okay. Nilanjan Das, let's get a quick response from the TMC as well. Let's get a response from the TMC supporter as well. Radhika, I will come back to you. Let's get a response now from Nilanjan Das. He's been hearing you all out also very patiently. Nilanjan Das, at the end of the day, of course, no one is buying the argument, as you heard on the panel, that the law and order is completely in the ambit of the EC and the state government cannot do anything. If now the action can be taken belatedly, why was this incident not prevented? Why did it have to be the Supreme Court who had to, talk tough, and only then is action taken?
Good evening. The point is, the former election commissioner was rightly saying that during the elections, during the MCC, the state policing force reports to the election commission. And this time something unique has happened. This election commission Mr. Ganesh Kumar, they have changed every administrator in the state, starting from the chief secretary to the home secretary to the DGP to the SPs of the district polices to the DMs. Everyone has been changed. Everyone who currently is there on the ground, they have been deputed by this election commission. Moreover, there is almost 2.5 lakh central police in Bengal currently. So can you imagine? So this is the kind of setup we are currently having. We are going through a super emergency in the state of Bengal. Everything, every power has been taken out from the hands of the Honorable Chief Minister. We are virtually functioning like as though we are in a president's rule or like a union territory. So I don't understand how can you put any onus on the TMC that the Honorable Chief Minister and our party has already condemned whatever has happened, whatever has transpired in Malda. And the responsibility for this squarely lies with Mr. Ganesh Kumar. And we want a complete, thorough inquiry. We want to understand whether there has been any other handiworks by the BJP. Because whoever has been involved in this entire mayhem, they are from a few parties, like the ISF, the MIM, and Mr. Kabir's party. All these parties function as BJP's minority wing. So we can understand who is funding this or who is fomenting this trouble in Bengal. Their ulterior motive is to impose a precedence rule so that they can delay the vote. They have already created a mayhem in the state by doing this ill-conceived SIR. Till now, not every citizen of West Bengal, they are enlisted in our electoral roll. So can you understand what is happening? The entire responsibility of this Malda incident lies with the election commission.
But Nilanjan Das,
that reports to Mr. Home Minister.
Again, Nilanjan Das, again, why is it in West Bengal only that whenever polls are around the corner, violence follows? Why is violence become a hallmark of West Bengal elections?
No, this is not a political violence. What happened was a kind of a violent protest against the election commission and the judicial officers who are currently adjudicating
But is this right?
Cases.
Is this right?
Absolutely not. Our Honorable Chief Minister said that this has been done. There may be a political conspiracy behind this, just to show Bengal in a bad light. This may be the motive. The entire administration has been controlled by Mr. Ganesh Kumar. He has appointed all these persons, starting from the DGP.
No, but who mobilized the crowds? Who mobilized the crowds there to come to where these people were holed up? Who allegedly gave those provocative speeches?
Islamist parties. The person who has been arrested, Mr. Advocate Mofakkerul Islam, he is an MIM leader. The other person who was there was from the ISF. He was the ISF candidate. So what you have to? These parties have no connection with TMC, and everyone in Bengal knows that they are funded by the BJP.
Well,
to act as
that is what you believe. But OP Rawat, let me get you in. Let me get you in here.
If you had done a bit of research, you would understand.
OP Rawat, the blame is with the election commission. Mr. Ganesh Kumar is to blame for all of this, says Nilanjan Das. Your response to the TMC's assertion.
He should be arrested.
Nilanjan Das, please. Now let's hear out OP Rawat. You've had your say.
Yeah.
Mr. OP Rawat, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
How do you respond to the TMC's defense of what has happened and their blame on the election commission?
Actually, I will not like to respond to any political party's comments, and I will not like to go into the politics of anything. What I would say, I have already explained that during the election period, whole police force, including DG police, are on deputation to the election commission. And election commission can direct for anything and get anything done, whether preventive action, curative action, punitive action, whatever action is required. They can do it.
Yes, Nilanjan. And then Radhika Bhattacharya, I'm coming to you.
I just have one question. I just have one question for the former election commissioner. Can you recall any incident when an entire state machinery, state administrative machinery has been changed? There has been a topsy-turvy in the entire state machinery.
No,
The
changes
entire
happen.
machinery, starting from the CS
Changes
to the
happen, Nilanjan.
everyone has been changed
Okay,
by
okay.
Mr.
Radhika
Ganesh
Bhattacharya Shah, come in
Can
here.
you recall
Radhika
any
Bhattacharya
such
Shah, come in here.
In Bengal,
Radhika Bhattacharya Shah, come in here. The
me
election commission
something.
is to blame. This is something that is being orchestrated by Home Minister. Those are the charges being made by Nilanjan Das. Your response?
Please, the whole nation knows that this sort of mobilization is not required in most states. Why is it that in Bengal we expect it and therefore we have to deploy enough security forces for what? To save people's lives so that things don't go out of hand. And in Bengal, we have repeatedly seen coded incitement, not always direct,
Nilanjan.
but enough to trigger crowds. Leadership must be held accountable, not
they
just
kept the
for
force
actions,
ready.
but for signals sent to the cadres. And violence, please let me finish, and violence doesn't need explicit orders. It thrives on political signals and silence. So, and what
I
happens
agree.
door-to-door intimidation. The video is frightening. A man on a microphone is going door-to-door, telling people that if you ever vote for the BJP, you're going to have a tough time later. I mean, can you imagine?
I can
Is
tell
there any
you.
democracy
I can
in
tell you what the
India?
BJP is
In
doing.
Bengal, sorry.
Please.
Let's
We have
not-
had enough.
Nilanjan, let's not have
I've
that
heard you.
people
I've heard you. Let
you
me
see, but
respond.
these are
Let me
all the
respond.
realities which we have observed
No.
in the last couple
Let
of
me tell you
days.
what the reality.
Going door to door is not a mob. It's an organized cadre activity. This is how democracy is subverted. Is this how democracy must function in a state?
Nilanjan Das.
Not at polling booths, but at people's homes. This is not campaigning. I'm sorry to say, this is
Nilanjan Das.
at the doorstep, and we cannot allow it.
If you are referring to a stray incident, just go to election commission, lodge a complaint against that campaigner, whoever it may be, from any political party, if he has said anything insightful. Now we are discussing about what has happened in Malda. In Malda, the parties involved are some Islamist forces, and all these parties, they have been propped up, they have been mushroomed thanks to the funding by the BJP. And I think they
No,
knew
but
that
Nilanjan Das, you have no proof for this. You have no proof for this. Where is your proof? Where is your proof? No, but where is your proof for this? You are saying that these are being funded by BJP. Where is your proof? You are not providing evidence.
You did some ground level journalism.
No, I am asking you for your evidence and proof to back up your arguments. Do you have proof to back this?
You are the journalist. Go to the people, talk to the people. You will know the reality. You will know the reality. All these parties. Humayun Kabir was a candidate of the BJP in 2019. What are you talking about?
He was
What are
in
you
the
talking
TMC
about?
as well.
And I think the BJP knew that they are going to do all these things, and so they had told Mr. Ganesh Kumar, who anyway functions as BJP's election wing, they had instructed
with so much
to get in all
with so much animosity, Nilanjan Das, with so much animosity against Mr. Ganesh Kumar and the CEC, why are you even participating in the election process? You should withdraw if you have no faith in the Chief Election Commissioner. If you are treating the CEC as a BJP agent,
you want a state to withdraw from election.
No, but how can you completely call the CEC as the BJP's agent? Then you have no faith in the election commission.
Want to target Bengal without any contest.
Okay.
But we are not Haryana or Maharashtra or Delhi. We have fought the BJP's evil designs, tooth and nail since day one. And that's why they haven't been able to succeed till now. And
okay, Manasvi Thapar, come in here. Even if it is the AIMIM or others who are responsible, their B team of BJP says Mr. Nilanjan Das and BJP is responsible at the end of the day.
See, so for polarization purpose, for division, so election is not about anything else. It's about getting the larger number of vote, even if it is one vote more than the other political party, and then you come to forming a government. I don't think it is anywhere wrong for any political party. I think polarization have happened since the first election. I think a division of vote is something which is very mandatory for any political party. If BJP is doing it, it's not something which the opposition have said it not said it in the past. AMIM has been doing it, coming to domains and states where they have no vote bank, but somewhere down the line, when a Muslim political party, and which is a Muslim political party, a defined Muslim political party, comes to states wherein Congress would be there, wherein SP would be there, wherein TMC would be there, the division of the Muslim vote share is going to happen. And if the Muslim vote share is going to be divided...
Because you may claim Mofakkerul Islam has nothing to do with the TMC, but there are others who are drawing links between your party, Nilanjan Das, the party that you support, and Mr. Islam. Do you deny those links completely? You believe he has nothing to do with your party?
No, you are referring to some of the images that have been circulated by the BJP IT cell, some images from 2016. Now, in 2021, Mr. Mofakkerul Islam, he joined the MIM. It is also the year in which Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari joined the BJP. Now you will go back to the pre-hominid era, maybe, the prehistoric era, to bring in pictures. It makes no sense. Since 2021, this person is an MIM person, and MIM is the BJP's B team. It functions as the BJP's minority morcha.
Are you prepared now for the rest of the election, Nilanjan Das? Is there going to be no violence in West Bengal? Are you prepared for that?
How do we know? We are not in charge of the state's law and order.
This is very convenient. This is very convenient. OP Rawat.
There's nothing convenient about it. Just tell this Ganesh Kumar, this person,
OP Rawat,
to resign if he cannot handle the law and order situation.
OP Rawat. You know, it's quite interesting how the TMC is completely abdicating themselves from law and order.
No, we are not abdicating our
OP Rawat, who then will ensure a free and fair poll in West Bengal and will ensure that it is bereft of violence?
And he won't do that.
Mr. Rawat,
acting as the lackey of the BJP.
Mr. Rawat, Nilanjan Das, I'm coming to you.
Yes, tell me.
Mr. Rawat, who will ensure free and fair election in West Bengal? The state government there claims
Election Commission and the forces with them. They will ensure free, fair election. The state government doesn't conduct elections.
Yes. Have you seen though the kind of animosity between the Election Commission and a political party as you are seeing on this debate, and also in general in West Bengal, Mr. Rawat?
I have never seen, but reasons are, to be seen in the past background.
Okay.
I rest my case.
We will continue to track this story very, very closely. For the time being though, my thanks to all of our guests for joining us. We've run out of time on this discussion. Let's take a short break.